Let's see. What else? We had the Danica Patrick, which I'm actually. So I was going to air the famous Danica Patrick argument from our highest ever rated show because the great Patrick versus Munn debate, and I was going to air that last week, and I thought, you know what, it's going to get buried with Christmas. So I decided I'm going to save that for after the season when people are starved for NFL content right before the free agency period starts. So I'm going to save that for maximum exposure on our YouTube channel. But you just sent me a text that Danica Patrick and Aaron Rodgers bought a house together. 60 was a $67 million mansion or $60 mansion?
$68 million.
So Danica, the hardworking, wonderful, supportive girlfriend that she is, decided to chip in 30 mil of her own money to co-buy a house with Aaron Rodgers.
Let's see the breakdown. She doesn't have. They paid cash, by the way.
Of course, they paid cash. What? Why? Yeah. Why are you going to take out a loan?
30 mil cash, liquid cash. No way. So Aaron let her purchase a bedroom out of this palatial estate off Malibu.
Oh yeah, it's Malibu. Good for
Malibu. So it opens right up to the ocean. I mean, it's a pretty crazy looking place.
I saw the text. I didn't look at the house or anything. I'm sure
68 million. Woof.
That's a
man.
What the property taxes are on that thing?
Crazy. You just wonder if they signed it under an LLC or something too.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
way
certainly.
It could be
I don't
shelter.
know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how long have they been dating? Probably like 3-4 years, something like that. 2-3 years.
Hence, if you buy a house in Florida one day, you should do it under an LLC, and you can do it as a shelter.
Is that right?
Yeah, look into that, bro.
Yeah, I will be because
Yeah.
I have the LLC for this.
Yeah,
and I've been thinking about it because honestly, if I get a place in Florida, here's the deal, right? Here's the deal financially is I'm going to give people out there who aren't necessarily the greatest with their money a little lesson in life. Avoid debt, right? That's it. If you buy a house for, let's say you buy a house for $200,000. Over the life of a 30-year loan, you pay something. I don't know what the numbers are, but you pay something like for that $200,000, you end up paying like $450,000 for this $200,000 house. So if you can pay cash, like Danica ponied up the cash for Aaron Rodgers' house, if you can pay cash and avoid the finance, then it is what it is. You pay the thing in the house. So if you look at like the amortization and see what you actually pay for a house, the idea is basically avoid debt. Now, there's a school of thought out there, which I tend to kind of agree with, is depending on the rate that you pay for a house. Let's say because I bought it like while the economy was still tanking, I think my loan rate is something like 3.5%. It's ridiculously low. And so if you qualify for a loan like that, the idea is you pay that low percent over the term of a house loan and all that stuff. But you put the money that you would be putting into paying off the house quicker into like an S&P, which accrues at an average of 7% per year, and then you net like 3.5% on your money. Your money grows even though you're paying a penalty on your house. Overall, your wealth is accumulating. So the thought, Sam, is if I buy a house in Florida, it really financially doesn't make a ton of sense to get a house down there if you're paying, I don't know what the mortgage would be, let's say $1,500 a month. That's a lot of money, and you're basically doubling your debt. So you're basically taking all of your wealth and giving it to the banks. But it only makes sense if I get down there to do it as part of the studio for this show. So really, I was starting to think like, well, is there a way my LLC could buy the house and incur that as a business expense? Because truly, I would only be doing it to come down there to lessen the travel expenses for this and some other stuff I have going on, and then to build a studio in the house that you could use, and then when I'm there, we could both use it, but when I'm gone, you could still shoot from that studio. So that's truly what I was thinking. So to hear that people are kind of trying to game the system.
Oh yeah, tax shelter, man. Florida's homestead stuff is very friendly. So yeah, definitely.
So I will be looking into that because that's one of the ventures. Maybe not so much for 2020, but maybe 2021. And basically, I would use some of the revenue I'm getting from this stuff and the books and the YouTube channel to basically fund and keep growing this functional sportsaholic empire that we started basically a year and a half ago. So We'll see, man. I think I just, oh my gosh, that was part of the other reason I was up till 3:30 last night. I was catching up the 2019 accounting. One of the great things that that podcasters and YouTube, it sounds like a great thing, but then you got all this damn accounting to do. Once the money starts coming in, so you have to keep track. Like it's like doing taxes for your business on top of it. So I was doing all that last night, and I found out that I'm pretty close to being able to pay for the house down there, probably. With just network revenue and all that stuff. So that's good. We'll
Nice.
Although, seeing as how I'm doing this primarily as kind of like a full-time job, I should probably actually take some of that money for the Ryan family and put some of that money back into the pot instead of spending it all. But I am going to be doing an equipment upgrade here, though, so that's nice. That's nice.